You guys can clearly see by the title, you're like, oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, cool. I already did that. Alright. So, what is up, guys? Bro1239 here, back at it again with another live stream of MLB 17. As you can see from the title, it is episode 1 of Niel Armstrong. My name is actually Bill Armstrong, but I'm going to be changing it to Niel. Hopefully, I'll be able to find could do Thomas Armstrong. Yeah. Ooh, cannon. Alright, let's see if we can find it. LMN, Niel. There we go. Bang. Bang. Alright, there we go. So, we're going to be jumping into another 5-game series. Well, the first ever 5-game series. I created this morning while I was up at like 6 o'clock, passing time. So I decided to create a new player called Niel Armstrong. Well, Bill Armstrong, but now I changed his name to Niel Armstrong. I actually did fairly well. I got drafted by the Cubs. Definitely didn't pick that team. And I'm actually the tallest I can be in the game. We're not runner on third. Might as well just take that out. Good throw decision. We're now 1 out, runner on first and second. Crap. Bad throw decision. Alright, or 1 out, runner on first. Still get it? No. Damn it. What? Bad throw decision? Alright, it doesn't look like we're getting gold anytime soon today. Oh, are you fucking me? Catch not made. No, duh. Run out, 1 out, run on first. Alright, come on. Gotta do this, man. Right, get the lead off, man. Good throw decision. Alright, come on. I got these. 2 hours run on second. I could run to third. But nah, I'm good. Alright, we still got this. We still got a chance. Wait, how many outs? I don't know how many outs there were. Okay, so I was supposed to do a double play. 0 outs, runner on second. Great. Nice. How much do I need? 650. I still have a chance. I can still do it. 0 outs, runner on second. I got this. Bang! Did it. Got gold. We struggled at the very beginning, but we got it. We got 200 training points. Don't want to look at that because that looked ugly. Oh me, oh my dearie me, correct balls. Alright, auto-saving. Good. I like auto-save. I like this to be auto-saved. Alright, play next appearance. Niel Armstrong, batting fifth, sorry. Our ERA is lower than this guy's. We have more strikeouts, less innings pitched, and he has 1 more win over our pitcher. But that doesn't matter because we're gonna win because my batting skills are. Oh wait, we forgot to spend the training points. Crap. That would have been a good idea to use the training points. 2-9, 7-3. Some of us have only played 10, and others have played 11. And then now I'm like 7-3.
Now from your exclusive, the show is on the air.
I got better.
Good matchup in store between the Montgomery.
I should probably do another
Armstrong
pitching episode, to be honest.
Heroics from hit ball game.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance is obviously no fluke.
Castellano is in ball game, and he is into second base with a 2-run double.
Well, you know, now that's 11 for this guy, so he is feeling it.
Oh, I'm a switch hitter again. Like
Robbie McGee will stand in, and you see the average there, up over 300 to start the new season. A little roller toward the hole, played on the backhand. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired.
Oh, the side is
retired? 2 runs
right.
on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on.
Doesn't matter. Even though I got left on, it's fine.
Armstrong is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Lofted in the air out to right field.
Oh,
Castellano is there to make the catch, and the
it's
home
fine.
half of the
Walker. Scott. We could do it. Oh man, what? How are we losing? 5-2. Let's get forcing fastball inside and get a home run. Bring us back in the game.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Base, bro. You could have made it to second and you could have gotten advanced. Retard. Oh my gosh.
Niel Armstrong digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
All right.
Dude,
how did we had a 2-game lead, 2-0 lead, and then we just blew it. And there goes like
swing and a liner, but foul.
I mean, dude, we were on a 5-game win streak. We got a 5-0.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Castellano has a beat on it.
Okay, at least I got the hit in the beginning. Because otherwise, like, I'd be screwed right now. And I would lose my hitting streak.
Digging in and looking for more.
This is my first defensive play all game.
Build on an already great game. He's 3 for 5 so far in this one. Oh, what a dive! He's up with it. The throw. He's in there.
Oh, love the effort.
Poor throw decision. What, you expect me to throw a second and get nothing?
Ramon Russell comes to the plate with ducks on the pond, as they say, looking to add to his team's already sizable lead.
Rich get richer.
Oh, look at this. The throw to second for one. Not in time.
Good effort.
Great effort, but that'll go into the books as it hit.
Alright, well, we hit level 30. That's just embarrassing, honestly. It just
fellas,
is.
as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands
First
out
game
in my
I
book.
play
He's our top
a recording, we
player
get
of the game.
blown out by 10.
Yeah, he delivered more than once with runners in scoring position. Finished with 5 RBIs, and that was more than enough to lead his guys to victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show.
Stealing?
And for more, click on over to theshownation.com.
Yeah, but not that much. We should probably
Biscuits
upgrade
win.
more of the
They
building.
come out on top, 12-2. Good night, everybody.
3 hours and 45 minutes.
We'll upgrade reaction. And then base running aggressiveness. Bang. Works out perfectly. It just does. I just know how to spell my training points. Alright, let's hope we don't get 5 games left.
Baseball is on the air. Ought to be a good one here between the Montgomery Biscuits and the
Alright, come on.
Tennessee
Let's
Smokies.
take let's try the series.
It's the show, and it comes. Neil Armstrong will stand in, and
Neil
as you can see the
Armstrong.
big number there, he's up over 400 to begin the campaign.
And we know it's just April, so the season is just getting started, but obviously he's off to a great start.
Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Bang. I mean, we could have upgraded our speed, but I think
Wait, when
our
you stroll
fielding
to the plate with
needs
an
a lot
11-game
more
hitting
work.
streak, and then you bang out another.
I mean, it doesn't need too much work. I mean, it's good. I mean, our hitting could probably do a
When
lot
you're
more
hitting
work.
under 200 for
be
the
honest,
season,
so.
games like yesterday are going to happen on a regular basis.
High in the air out towards
Oh, that's
shallow
okay.
right. Castellano has it in his tracks, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on.
Alright, let's
On
hope
now to
we
the
get to use our fielding upgrade.
Neil Armstrong stands in following an RBI single this first time through.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extent.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run.
Lit fam.
A solo shot here to left, number 14 on the season. Neil Armstrong.
Yes, come on. We got this game in the bag.
See
Come
what
on.
he can do here with
Easy
2 on and 2
peasy.
out here in the 5th.
Easy
Yeah,
peasy.
a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Big 2B, big 2-out AB right here, guys. The speed is still the exact same.
The damage here. Another
Gosh,
one
dude, this
fouled
guy
off, and he's
is
quickly
turning me.
behind 0-2.
We'll
Two
go
down
force him
runners at
outside.
first
I swear,
and
if we
second.
force him inside, I'm gonna kill this guy.
Here's a swing, and
Oh,
man, way out of here.
That one even went over that scoreboard, or that board thing. Alright,
So a
guessing it's
3-run blast
around
to deep center here.
432.
His second home run of the game. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
452. 4 for 4.
When you have a hitter down in the count like that, you got to.
Neil Armstrong will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. This
Did I not
crowd,
choose him
not
inside?
a huge one strictly in terms of
Oh, I did
numbers,
that.
has definitely had plenty to cheer about.
Yeah, they've been a very vocal.
How is that
bunch,
inside? Are you
These
mentally
are the
retarded?
true fans out there on a night like this.
Do outside, yeah, we'll do
Nothing in
outside.
2 count and the pitch. Fly ball out toward right field. Castellano giving chase. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Yeah, he gives this ball a pretty good ride.
Hugh Hadaway will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can
Okay,
drive
please
right
tell me my
here.
stealing is worth it at this point. I just upgraded it.
Here's the 0-1. Runner's on his way to third. Ground ball left side. Calderon scoops it up, and the throw is not going to be in time as he's able
He's
to reach.
safe.
Sam Pena will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. A block at the plate, and he's out trying to score. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So no runs.
Damn. I got a cannon.
Well, a pretty good offensive show.
Neil
of force in this
Armstrong.
one. Probably at least
That looks a lot
couple of
better and
players
sounds a lot better than
deserving,
Bill
But gentlemen, let's
Armstrong.
go ahead and give
Hey,
this
look at
man
me.
the nod
Bill
as our top
Armstrong.
player of the game.
I got one
He
stolen base.
connected on a couple
That's
of
good.
long home runs. Really put his
I like
guys on his
stealing
back and
bases.
carried him to the victory.
It adds a lot more
So
to the
that
game.
just about does it. For EK,
All right, we'll do
Psycho, and the crew,
contact.
I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Smokies win it 7-1. Good night, everybody.
Time of the ball game.
Nothing's gonna cost 3. Unless it's this. Nope. Okay. Okay.
Welcome back to the minor league pregame show. I'm Matt Vasgersian, bringing you closer to Southern League play as we take a look at tonight's Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Niel.
All right, series is tied.
It's time for baseball now as the show's tour of the minors continues with a stop in the Southern. Niel Armstrong will stand in now, and beware because he has been off the charts hot here to start the season.
Well, for me, that's just really impressive for a guy his age. It's always exciting to see young players blossoming into stars right before your eyes.
And this one is gone.
I think I'm 21 years old. I believe I'm 21 years old.
Niel Armstrong stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position.
Hold on now, that ball is down and could score a run. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. The runner scores from second. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Boy, that's a tough time out there for your outfield to let you down. 2 runs are going to come in to score on the play, and that was just a total lack of concentration. That's embarrassing.
Crap.
In now, Robbie McGee. He got on top of one and was
trying
a ground out victim. Now the runner breaks for the plate, throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So 2 runs on just 1 lone hit, 1 error in the inning, and a runner left on. Cliff
Maybe if I had a little bit more
he
speed,
went
I
down
could have gotten
looking
the
at his
inside the
first
park
trip
home
to the
run.
plate.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
That's kind of retarded.
Niel Armstrong steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second.
Let's bunt, guys. I don't bunt.
He's set. Here it comes. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Piedra is there.
Nah, bunting is
2 down.
kind of like you only do a bunt if you really need it.
Niel Armstrong will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Moving under it, Piedra.
I want to start using the showtime
And
for
that
the
ends the inning.
but like it's
Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. 8th inning coming up. The Smokies are on top.
That's the game.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
I guess all the hits.
Yeah, a real good performance, as you'll see in his final line. He gave him 7 2/3 good innings, and he was definitely the difference in this one.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Harros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show.
Reaction
The
to the ability
Smokies
to
win it
reaction to ball
4-2.
the 5-ball indicator.
Good night, everybody.
No errors. They left 3 men on base.
I have no quick perks. I think the perks are kind of lame, to be honest.
The Stars of tomorrow get their shot in the limelight
There's nothing
today
really
as the
interesting
show's
about the
coverage of the
perks.
Southern League.
It's basically sort of like just a little bit of
Pedro
a
Cedeno gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on.
This is a quick one.
Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Armstrong in foul ground. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. Alan Yamada comes forward, hoping to get it going at the plate. Only one hit in his last 4 ball games. No score here as we play inning number 2. He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Armstrong is over, and he tucks it away for the second out. And with that,
How
let's
can
give
I
you a
get
look
a
at
bad
the
throw
Tennessee
decision?
defense.
What the heck? It doesn't make any sense.
Neil Armstrong will stand in now, and as you can see, he enters play with 16 home runs on the season so far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
No, I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Hard liner toward short,
Oh,
but right
come
at
on,
the
man.
shortstop for the second out. Now that we have a chance, Pedro Cedeno is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
On the ground to third. Throw to first
Building
in
up great
time,
and,
one gone
stuff
here
is
in the
good.
fourth.
And as we showed you,
It's
Neil,
pretty hopeful. I got a line up in
Neil
second.
Armstrong comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's
Do
got
homers
plenty
count
of
as
carry
hits?
to it, and it is out of here.
I guess they do. Because you're like 1 for 2. 1 for 3.
A solo shot here. Neil
I don't know.
Armstrong will stand in
I'm
again
losing.
as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far.
Very early.
The 0-1 delivery. Line drive
Oh, come
to
on,
center
get down, get
field.
down, get down.
Manning is right there, one down.
Son of a biscuit.
Striding in to start the ninth, Jose Calderon, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so
98
maybe he can
speed.
get things started, set the
Kidding
table
me.
for a little bit of a rally.
I went with strength and fielding and stuff. Because I thought that would be like a bit more
Armstrong
important than
will
speed.
stand in, needing
Because
to
normally I
do
go for
something
speed
here
and
to get on
contact.
base as the
You take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Son of-
on to first, and they're an out away.
What? No
Neil
way.
Armstrong is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the fifth.
Came back in the ninth. Oh, come on, walk off.
Lifted
Tie the game.
other way
No,
to
it's
left
not.
center. Manning sprinting
Go,
after
you
it, but
retard.
he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. The relay throw, and he is in there.
And he is in there.
And this is a welcome sight for these guys. It's just the second extra base hit they've had tonight. And it comes at a time when they
There
really
you
need
go.
to start stringing some base hits.
Just in case the home run doesn't count,
Stepping in, number 13.
I got
He'll look to bring home
what
that
is it?
tying run from
An
second
extra
with a
hit
base hit into the
to
outfield.
secure the hitting streak.
Swinging a high pop-up. Could be tough back behind third.
Don't run, don't run, don't run.
Yamada backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Make
So a
real.
pivotal moment here, and digging in now,
Please.
Hugh Hadaway, and he does
Hit
so
it.
representing
Get a
the possible
walk-off
go-ahead
home
run.
run,
You
bro.
got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
And he takes ball 4. So now at least
Come on, come on.
Andres Soriano comes to the
Come on,
plate.
get a-
looking to
get a ball
possibly
or get a
give his
walk-off
team
home
the
run grand
lead
slam.
if he can
Get a
drive the
walk-off
ball
grand
deep
slam.
enough into the
That is how you
outfield.
end the game.
And you know that's probably in his head, but a simple base hit to the outfield could be all it takes to tie it up.
1 run is scored. Here's the tying run to score. And they're going to walk off as winners. They've taken it here in extra innings.
Yes, Hadaway. Let's go. Number 23 is like, yeah, let's go.
Well, you go from agony to jubilation for these guys. They thought that they might have blown it a half an inning ago, but this is a pretty resilient bunch, and they rally back to win it in the bottom half.
Came from first as well. Am I the player of the game? I think I am. That was, yeah, that is me. That is definitely me. That
Well, the bats were certainly
Neil
working in this one,
Armstrong,
but out of
the man
everybody,
to
I'd say
start off
this
the
man
inning,
most
to get a
deserves to be
double,
our top
you know,
player
to
of the
advance the
game.
runner.
Yeah,
you know?
he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it for Eric
I'm the guy
Carroll,
that
Steve
started that
Lyons, and our entire
let's
crew.
play the
I'm Matt
final
Vest.
round. Another round.
MLB
I
The
think we have
Show's
the
coverage of minor
series
league
taken.
baseball is on the air as we
I think it's
continue our
3-2,
tour
the
around.
series.
Hank Manning
No,
will
3-1.
stand in now following that 7-pitch
One
at-bat
for
to
12,
begin the
5 for-
ballgame.
If he was smart, he would have gotten a pretty good look at all 7 of those pitches from that on-deck circle.
Chopped weakly to the left. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
How do I get
Well,
minus
he's
9?
generally pretty sure-handed down there, and this is a bad
For an
time
error.
for his glove to let him down because I think they had a good shot at 2, but they wind up with none.
Coming to the plate now,
I
Pedro
better start at
Cedeno,
3.
and
We're
he could
probably
give
not gonna
his
get
guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the put the other guys on their heels right away.
One there, turn throw not in time, and that turned into a closer play than I thought it would at first sight.
Yeah, that's good hustle getting down the line.
Javier Piedra gets his first shot now, and he's working
He's
on a
doing
modest
5-game
5-game hitting streak.
Oh my gosh, that's the first one.
The 1-2 pitch. To third, Armstrong. Right. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Why am I running over here? Is this so I can throw
Niel
it to the pitcher?
Armstrong will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he can come through here.
In there at the
Please
knees,
be inside.
strike
Please be
1.
inside again. It's gonna be outside.
In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
Now a
All
team
right.
ball on the back
All right.
burner and really go after the strikeout here.
And this is lifted high in the air
How
down
about
the line
ping?
behind
What's that?
third. Waddell ranging into the outfield, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Boy, that's just a nice pitch right there with the bases loaded. He gets an infield fly out of it for a big second out, and now he's
Jose Calderon will get a second shot now. He worked
Game's
out a
looking
walk
big.
to open the ball game. Bunt attempt with 2 outs. Throw not in time.
This guy is
That'll go as a
mentally
bunt single.
retarded. You have 98 speed. Use it to your
Neil
advantage. Not
Armstrong
doing like
is into the
what
box
you're
for
doing,
his
you retard.
second appearance. 0 for
Where's that
1
logo in
with
the
a
stream?
fly out.
Third baseman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh,
Oh,
high.
smack it
Deep.
home.
That
Yeah,
is a
boy.
moonshot, folks. A long home run.
As long as I get. So that's about like 400
So a
feet.
2-run homer
410
down the
feet.
line in left. Number 18 for him on the campaign, as it's now a 3-2 ball game.
Send me that. 4 feet off.
You just can't throw that pitch.
Right? And, oh my
Ready to
gosh.
take his hacks again, Neil
You're hard
Armstrong.
up. My energy
He'll
is
look
like
to follow
dying.
up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Yeah, he jumped all over a
What?
first pitch fastball in that at-bat and just drove it right out of here. So let's see if he's aggressive early in the count once again.
Piedra is going to get
Crap
there as
nuggets.
he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
I can't tell. Is this game 4 or game 5?
Neil Armstrong will stride in, but first we take you back to the third as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. And they pitch out here, but
Look at
nothing's
that.
going on.
Armstrong. It's a ball. It's a huge one.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. So this is pulled in by the shortstop.
No way. Wait. What? Wait, Wait, I'm so confused. Okay, I hit a home run in the
And
third.
that's one of those
I'm
plays
guessing
where
that's a
you
hit.
might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after
Because it
this
says
inning
hit
now.
home run in third.
Niel Armstrong will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Come on, pitching, batting,
Nobody
clutch,
out, runner
pitching,
on
clutch,
first.
batting, clutch.
Hit sharply toward the right side.
Not what I
And that'll
wanted.
get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than
Not
second
what I
as there
wanted,
are
but
two
okay.
aboard now. Robbie
Why am I still number
McGee
9? I want to
will
be
stand
number
in,
7.
and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on
I
and
mean,
nobody
number 9
out.
looks cool.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Soft liner to the left side. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Yeah, just a little tapper here, but this is going to wind up being pretty effective because with 1 away now, it's going to move both guys up 90 feet to second and...
Let's go.
Hugh
So it's 90
Hadaway
feet
stands in,
and 180
reached on a
feet.
walk in his last trip. High and deep to right center field. Manning ranging back. And the runner from
Go,
third
you
crosses the
dirt.
plate. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's an 8-8 ball game. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
got it inside the box home run.
I don't even know if I want to touch this one. I have a feeling that when these guys get...
I think we won that game.
And a good offensive performance here, but
Who's
I
had
think
the
we can agree on
hardest one?
naming this fellow right
I
here as our
think-
top player of the game.
Whoa, that was
Yeah,
a close
you
one.
see a couple of hits
Whoa,
for him in
they
the
almost
ball
did
game.
that. Oh,
This
crap.
one was tight throughout, but in the end,
Oh,
he really
okay,
helped
they
lead his
didn't.
guys
And
to
their
this victory.
team was bounce.
So
Bounce,
that'll
bounce,
put a
bounce,
wrap
bounce.
on things here this evening. For my partners Eric
Yeah.
Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This
We
has
won
been a
the last
presentation
3?
of MLB The Show. For more,
Nope,
follow
we
us
won
on
the last
Twitter.
4. They beat us in the first one. Yeah. I think the contact needs to be upgraded. Alright. Alright, we're on top. Biscuits are 3rd general standings. We have the highest record in the league. Team interactions, position change. Oh, dude. Should we get a position change? I don't know. Probably not. Wait, hold on. We have like mail and stuff. Show shop. Can we buy anything? I mean, we have 2,000 stubs. RGTS gameplay. Oh, we can get 20 games. Okay, so we can either get 2,000 or 20 games. You know what? We're gonna, yes. And, or do we save this and get it for the pitcher? I think that's good. All right, Neil Armstrong versus Bay Bears. They are 6-9. We are 11-4. I'm batting fourth. I'm a star player. Mobile Bay Bears. Seconds, 17, 14.
Back here with
Something and something. Dude, I'm starving.
MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor. Niel Armstrong will stand in to start things out, with his guys pretty fortunate to get out of that last half inning with the game still scoreless.
Yeah, they were able to dodge a bases-loaded situation. That could have gotten out of hand quickly, so maybe they can calm their guy down a bit by getting a couple runs here.
What?
Here comes the first
Are they talking
pitch.
about the last game? Because I didn't play the last
Out
half
in front
inning.
of it, strike one. The 0-1 on its way.
Oh, it's in the second inning.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
Come on.
Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here.
Oh yeah, look at that. 60 training points.
A solo shot here to straightaway right
Oh,
field.
yeah.
19th home run for
My
the
question
season.
is that
As they
if
get on the board first,
you
it's 1-0.
lose, like if it says -9, does it go to -18? Or is it only
You just
help
can't
you with
throw
like
that pitch
positive
right.
things?
Digging in the switch hitter, Niel Armstrong, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Yeah, he's got great numbers right here. Hitting over 350 against righties where he just rakes.
Shot toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Well, not a
Let's
bad
go.
start to the ball game for him offensively. Drives in another run there. Now he has.
Pena.
Sam Hania is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a...
Do you feel?
Another
I'm
fly
good.
ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And he'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a 3-0 ball game. And now they'll tag him out between
Wait, so
first
it
and
does
second.
work?
It's a
Oh,
double
okay.
play, and the inning is over. Niel Armstrong will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Swing and a
Oh,
liner,
it's very early.
but foul.
Oh, it was early. Surprising.
Taken high and deep to right. Navarro
That's gone, that's
racing
gone.
back to the track, but he has no chance to make the play.
retard.
It's off the wall.
Extra base hit, runner advance.
Sam Hania comes forward to
Hania?
bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around. Got him.
No, luckily we need a base hit.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I mean, I think this actually qualifies as strike 4. You know, on the mound, he's probably thinking, hey, can I apply the credit to the next guy?
In now, Hugh Hadaway. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield here would be big for these guys. It could score too.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Well, that's okay. You would have liked him to chase on 3 and 2, but you had your base open here, so now you can...
Lou Robinson will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
All right, let's go.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. High in the air out to center field. Ellis giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And the tag's there. He's out at third base. It's a double play, and just like that, the inning is over.
What? I slid.
So one run on one hit, no errors, and a
slide.
runner left. Niel Armstrong steps in and
New York
perhaps
Armstrong?
looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
And that'll get down out there near the wall. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. And he is hung out to dry. So coming to the plate, Clinton Ellis.
I don't know why.
He's got a chance to be the hero. Tying run at third, winning run at second.
Oh, you gotta love it, Matt. I mean, this has been a hard-fought game that comes down to this.
Grounded to third. A play at the plate, and he'll be tagged out at the plate. Trying to tie the ball game, but instead he becomes out number 2 now.
Yeah, he's taking a real chance trying to score the tying run, but here in the ninth, he's guessing this might be their last best shot. Unfortunately, it's not going to work.
Oh, man, that was good. That was good. That was good fielding. Good fielding. And we won. Oh, yeah.
And, fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
0 stolen bases, 2 RBIs.
He winds up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't quite squeeze in the triple, but that's all right. Definitely did enough to earn himself the hardware.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho,
man.
and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more,
I
get
think
those
I might wait,
smartphones and tablets
I'm not going to
out.
spend any of my training points until, like, all
Welcome
20
back
games
to
are
the minor
over.
league pregame show.
Like,
I'm
I'm
Matt
basically earning
Vasgersian,
double
bringing you closer
the
to
amount.
Southern
I mean,
League
I don't know.
play
Maybe
as we
I'll
take a
do
look
it
at
after the
tonight's
5-game
Bowman
series.
prospect.
Or maybe after 4 games. Maybe after this game. Maybe after 4 games. Or maybe 3 games. I meant to say 3 games, not 4 games.
The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Ought to be a good one here. Niel Armstrong will stand in, and as you can see the big number there, he's up over 400 to begin the campaign.
Well, it's still early in
I've
this
been
season,
over
but
400
if he keeps
entire
this up,
time.
he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
Hopefully I'll be drafted before the end of this season.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be troubled.
Hopefully I'll be drafted at the beginning of the new season
Around
for
third and being waved on home.
the MLB.
And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Oh, man.
Oh, and the throw is in and out of the glove.
Crap, dude.
But they'll wind up tagging the runner anyway as they're able to record the first down.
I stopped at second, and then it said I was still going.
Niel Armstrong
Kind of weird.
is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
24? Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the
Franco.
scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one.
Wait, let's see that replay.
Otto set to try it again at the plate. He reached on an error and then eventually scored last time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
All right. How do I zoom? No, how do I zoom in? Holy, what the? my, dude. That was really close.
Here's the 2-2. Runners on the move for second. Drilled to first. And this will wind up working as a sacrifice as he steps on first, allowing the runner to move in
trying to
second.
steal.
Kazuhito Nakamura stands in following an RBI single this first time.
Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
I thought he looked safe. Great jump, steal third.
At the plate, Robbie McGee. He reached on a single in his first try.
Alright, come on, you gotta hit into the outfield, bro.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3.
Stranded on.
Niel Armstrong.
Wait, to be honest, we already have this game in the
coming
bag.
off a single in his
By the
last
looks of it.
at-bat.
Knock on wood, guys.
He pulls this one into right. Navarro is there, and he'll bring this one in.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce.
I only have 88. And to be honest, I would probably only have like 44.
Oh, but a super diving catch takes away a hit.
I'll tell you what, as a starting pitcher, life is good when you're getting plays like that. And I can tell you that makes any starter's job a whole lot easier when you get...
Niel Armstrong ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Ellis
How do you make
is
him
right
steal?
there, 1 down. Now to the plate, Niel Armstrong. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Leading off with the Smokies, third baseman.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Navarro ranging back. Gone!
Go! Alright, nice.
A solo
Yeah,
shot here
extra
to
training
straightaway right field. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably
Where's
at least a
OPS,
couple
like,
of
honestly?
players deserving. But gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt
How are the
Vasgersian,
Cubs?
you've been watching MLB The Show.
Cubs
For
are
more,
9 and 10,
find us on
and we
Facebook
lost.
at MLB The Show.
Cincinnati
The Smokies win it 6-4.
To the Cincinnati
Good night, everybody.
Reds.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours.
The Stars of tomorrow get their shot in the limelight today as the show's coverage of the Southern League.
2,
Niel
3, double, 4
Armstrong
RBIs.
will stand in now, and
I have
beware
almost
because he
60
has been
RBIs.
off the charts hot here to
Holy
start
crap.
the season.
And he's off to a great start, to the surprise of many. You know, scouts don't consider him to be a great hitter, but maybe he's finally figured something out.
Newell looks up. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Alright. Dude, I want a grand slam and see how many like XP points I would get.
A solo shot
60,
here to
I think
straightaway
it's
right
60,
field.
so that'll be
Number
like
21
120.
for him on the season, and that will break the seal early here. It's quickly 1-0. Niel Armstrong is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
It's only the third and it's already
First
nighttime.
pitch on its way. Hit hard toward first. And a base hit now as that's how the third inning gets underway.
Okay.
Maybe these guys are going to...
Mitchell Otto.
I think they
strides
might
in
want
here.
to
He
start like
scored a
drafting
run
me
after
earlier.
double. Deal, here's the 2-1. There goes the runner. Line drive to left.
Oh, go,
this
go,
goes
go, go,
right
go, go, go.
past him. Around third and being waved on home. The runner from first crosses the plate.
First home
It's
run
a
hit
2-0
run
ball game.
18. Why did I say 19?
Boy.
Sergio Fabregas.
Sergio Fabregas will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately. 50 over his last.
Oh, a great diving stoppage short. And now a bobble, and he's not going to have a play.
At least it didn't get into the outfield.
Sanchez
That's all you can really
into
hope
the
at this
box,
point.
reached base via the walk in his
That it
first
didn't get into
appearance.
the outfield.
A pause and the 0-2. He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Armstrong is there, and he's got it for the first out. So stepping in, number 24, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that is through into center field, a base hit. He'll come home with it, and they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Niel Armstrong heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
69 pitches.
Smoke toward the hole. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
27.
Boy, how much hotter is he going to get? He's got himself another 3-hit ball game, and that batting average.
He's going to keep on climbing.
Steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. A tag, and he's out as he can't get back in time.
And that's a situation where a guy just gets a little too antsy out there. So, once they step off, he's left with nowhere to go.
I should have just kept running.
Niel Armstrong will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on.
It's going to be down.
Right there for strike one. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Pyle racing back. And this one is gone. A home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His second home run of the game, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
Kind of funny that
Niel Armstrong will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet. So this is no small task.
Pyle is in pursuit. He gets there to make the play, but here comes the tying run from third. And they'll go ahead and tack another to their lead as it's now a 6-4 ball game. Niel Armstrong will get another shot at it here as we take you back to inning number 7. This was his second home run of the ball game, as he'd like nothing more than to make it 3 right here. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Arellano will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left.
There's... Oh, please tell me we won. Okay, we did. Thank goodness.
And a very good performance offensively for this bunch, but out of everyone, I think we should single out this fellow right here as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight.
This is game 4.
My partners in the booth, Eric. Back here with our minor league pregame show. I'm Matt Vasgersian getting you ready for Double-A Southern League action tonight as we jump into our Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Niel Armstrong is our man to watch. He's coming off a very nice game in which he racked up 4 hits and just looked dialed in at the plate.
Yeah, anytime you get yourself 4 base knocks in a game, you're doing something right.
Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Neil Armstrong will stand in right on the heels of a 4-for-5 ball game a night ago.
First delivery to him on the way.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Arellano will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Yeah.
With a moment now, let's give you a look at how.
Actually, I earned 2 training points.
Neil Armstrong is at the plate now, flied out in his first at bat. And a high strike to begin the at bat. It's 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Forcing outside.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Calling for it, Ellis. And that retires the side.
I'm being
so
isolated.
Nothing happening this time around. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Smokies are on top. Leonardo Casilla will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
It's always big when you get your leadoff guy on to start a game like that, because that just wakes up the whole team from the very beginning.
On the ground to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 3 innings complete. The Smokies lead it. Neil Armstrong will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there. And
meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score all the way from first. It's now 3-1. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game, as he has been on fire this month.
Well, I'll tell you, anytime you go through a streak like this where you just keep getting base hit after base hit after base hit.
Stand up to cancel. Is that what it said?
Hugh Hadaway will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Andres Soriano will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
All those oil
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
First and second here with nobody out. Boy, not close again. His 3rd walk of the inning.
It's like he forgot how to pitch.
Will stand in. He flew out his last time up. The 0-2 home. And a swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging.
A huge first out there.
Stepping in, Willis Adamson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Willis.
Bases are loaded with only one out.
I'm funny.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that is through into left as he delivers. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. The run scores from second, make it 5-1.
well, errors are.
Well,
Neil Armstrong stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
Force him up.
In there, and he's in control 0-2 now. Here it comes on 0-2. This is pulled into right, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a
play.
At the plate, Neil Armstrong. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around third and being waved on home. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. Hugh Hadaway
Yeah, those.
digs in. He reached on a walk.
Alright, I'm
his
just gonna
last
run.
time up.
I don't care.
Runner's on his way to third. Oh, and the pitch is low, and it won't be dug out, so he's going to take third on the stolen base.
Too late. He's in there. And let's just train our camera on that runner leading off from second. He's watching that pitcher like a hawk. So once he sees...
Now the runner's on his way home. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they leave one.
Dirt ball.
We'll head now to the bottom of the 9th. The Smokies are on top.
What about scoring position?
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, 2 hits for him in the ball game, both of them doubles, and that really paced his guys to the victory.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Smokies win it 7-2. Good night, everybody.
Alright, one last game to end this series. This 5-game series. The second 5-game series.
It's time for baseball now as the show's tour of the minors continues with a stop in the Southern League. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Tennessee Smokies and the Mobile Bay Bears. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next.
This will probably be the final game, and then I will end the video here.
And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. What do you think they need to do to keep this winning streak rolling, Steve?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the ground.
6-6-7.
Niel Armstrong will get his first shot here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Niel Armstrong stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line toward the alley in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. He's around first on his way to second now. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
We made it 20 days.
This is really amazing, and everybody's looking at this now. It gets harder and harder to do when people are paying attention.
Hugh Hadaway in now, hopped out in his first trip. And the runner's breaking for third. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now.
Oh, crap.
Asensio backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Oh, man. I'm getting closer to finishing on
An 0-2 pitch here, he knows he's got to protect.
I mean,
that's sort of a defensive hack, just trying to make contact, and the result?
Striding into the box, Lou Robinson. He drew a walk his first time up.
Alright, that's fine.
Runner breaks for third. Pulls this one in the air out to left.
Bullocks.
Pyle on the move. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Niel
stranded.
Armstrong will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBI.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt,
Only a 76? I thought it was like twice 60.
So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. Number 23 for him thus far. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Grand slam home run, 436 feet. Nice.
Oh, and well, you could probably follow the thinking on the mound right there. He's got the bases loaded now. He doesn't want to fall behind, so he's just going to try to get that first one over to...
Niel Armstrong will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already. and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
How was that not a slider
Sends
inside?
that one out of play for strike one.
Oh, I picked X, not circle. They switched pitches.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. Hard hit ball towards the hole, and that's in there. Base hit. And a relay home, and he is safe at the plate as they tack on an important run to make it 7-5.
Mobile Bay Bears.
Hadaway will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be
What
feeling
am
a little
I?
bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Grounded back up the middle. Ah, way to get
He's
dirty. On to first, and they get them both.
And that's a huge double.
Niel Armstrong will stride in again as we flash you back to inning number 6, and this was certainly a big blow in this one. A grand slam as he left no doubt about that one. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Ellis looking up, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Alright, I'm gonna guess like 400 and
Two-run shot to straightaway center, his second of the game, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
428.
And this is just a fast.
I almost thought about saying 430.
Benito Navarro will step in. He had that big 3-run double his last time. Here it comes on 1-1. Hot shot to third. Ranges to his right. On to first, and that is going to conclude the festivities here tonight.
And at this point, I don't know if this streak is going to let up anytime soon. That's 9 in a row. And from what I've seen, this could go on for quite a bit longer.
We have 9 wins in a
Well,
row.
this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. Well, the bats were certainly
that was the
working
final
in this
game,
one,
is it
but out
not?
of everybody, I'd say this man
Okay,
most
it was.
deserves
Okay.
to be our top player.
224. Holy crap. Bruh. 15 games left. Alright, we're gonna spend... You know what, we're gonna spend it... Nah, I cannot do this. I gotta do it, guys. Sorry. No double XP for pitcher. Maybe I'll do it with an offline. I'll do this offline. I'll just gain more stubs. Okay. I just had to. I couldn't get it to reaction to 65 either. Alright. Well. 60 hits, 89 ABs, 19 doubles, 2 triples, 24 home runs, 71 RBIs, 31 runs. Am I still... I'm not at the bottom anymore. Oh, I'm 17th. Not that bad. All right, we're 16-4. Who are we playing next? The Shulkers. Shulkers are not in our division. Well, anyways, guys, if you guys did enjoy, go and hit the like button down below. Share this video with any of your friends, anybody that you think will be interested in this series, anybody that you think will be interested in anything on this channel. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.